Returning to wealthy coins. Howdy everyone! Thanks to this leak, the Shiba Inu bull run is officially confirmed. Today's SHIB news. While the Shiba Inu community is understandably delighted with SHIB's January performance, a feeling of market uncertainty has resurfaced as the month draws to a close. But with the month drawing to a close, the market is once again filled with anxiety, particularly about its performance in February. The forthcoming FOMC meeting is expected to be the most consequential event for Shiba Inu holders' investments. Shiba Inu holders can have a better grasp of how the FOMC meeting impacts their portfolio by having a solid grasp of what the meeting entails. The modification of the federal fund rate is a major highlight of the meetings, which take place every 3 weeks. The latter represents the interest rate at which the Federal Reserve lends money to banks. Here in this video, we'll go over the details of the Shiba Inu bull run that this leak has confirmed. The latest breaking news from SHIB today. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, subscribe to the channel and give it a big thumbs up. We will start the video without further ado. In order to maintain economic stability, the Federal Reserve employs the federal fund rate. Borrowing money becomes more affordable at a lower rate, which facilitates investment by making liquidity more accessible. A higher rate, however, makes borrowing money less attractive and reduces investment. As a component of its quantitative tightening strategy to control inflation, the Federal Reserve raised the federal fund rate during most of 2022. Following the most recent FOMC meeting, Shiba Inu and the market as a whole saw a positive increase. Reason being, last month the Fed announced a 0.75 percentage point hike to interest rates, but this month they only announced a 0.5% increase or 50 basis points. As a result of the lower FFR, investors believe the Fed was reducing the pace of its aggressive rate hike. Reports that the Federal Reserve achieved some success in combating inflation preceded this. The FOMC is next expected to meet on January 31st and February 1. The Federal Reserve is rumored to be planning a 25 basis point increase to the FFR. If this is accurate, it might lend credence to positive sentiment, which might lead to fresh buying pressure for SHIB. If this were to happen, it would break through the $0.0000123 level of resistance that has been there for the past many days. The next Fibonacci resistance line is located at a potential 14% price spike for Shiba Inu investments if a rally materializes. Another sell-off for Shiba Inus might occur if the rate hike is bigger, since it might fool investors. It is possible that a 10% decline is imminent. Depending on the result, it will return to levels at or below its 200-day moving average. The market can sometimes respond in advance of the official release of the FOMC minutes. Some have hypothesized that this is due to the fact that those in influential positions are aware of the Federal Reserve's rate decision prior to its official announcement. Consequently, some market players may enjoy preferential treatment, enabling them to respond appropriately. Curiously, there was a small increase in Shiba Inu's weighted mood index over the past 2 days. Perhaps this means that market optimism is on the rise again. Given that market consensus is currently pointing to a 25 basis point increase, this does not prove that investors predict another jump. Despite a little dip in volatility over the past few days, another spike could be around the corner. Reason being, greater trade activity could be sparked this week by the FOMC data. The results of exchange flows are also indicative of this. While supply outside of exchanges has been steadily rising, it has fallen sharply on exchanges in recent days. A bearish pivot might yet happen at any moment, particularly if the FOMC opts for a more substantial rate hike than expected. Now that the official data is out, the directional momentum is expected to increase. The following trend presents potential for short-term gains that SHIB traders and investors can seize. Over the past week, Benzinga analyzed the future of a number of stocks that investors favored. The tech-heavy Nasdaq led the markets higher this week, continuing the positive atmosphere that began 2023 on Wall Street. Final week results included a 2.37% increase for the S&P 500, a 1.81% increase for the Dow Industrials, and a 4.32% increase for the Nasdaq. Economists had predicted a 2.6% increase in fourth quarter GDP, but the Commerce Department announced a 2.9% increase on Thursday. Following a 5.5% gain in November and below economist projections of a 5.5% gain, the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index climbed 5% in December, according to Friday's report by the Bureau of Economic Analysis. Famous meme coins include SHIB and Doge. As part of the Shiba Inu initiative, the Ethereum blockchain hosts the SHIB coin. Despite its comedic origins, the cryptocurrency Doge has grown a sizable user base since its 2013 launch. Both should be viewed as investments with a high level of risk due to their extremely volatile prices. For a long time, Dogecoin was the only meme coin that people knew about. The combination of speculative investments and sudden price declines causes huge rallies on a regular basis. One such rival that has been around since 2020 is the Shiba Inu coin. The idea is that this is a spoof of Dogecoin. The value of Shiba Inu has increased at a faster rate than Dogecoin has. Naturally, this is due to the fact that the initiative is still in its infancy. Thus, the potential losses outweigh the gains. Shiba Inu might have also failed or had very little price gains, just as other meme coins. When compared to Dogecoin in 2023, the Shiba Inu currency carries a greater risk but also offers a greater potential payoff. Dogecoin might be better off with the Shiba Inu since meme coins are so dangerous to invest in. According to a senior executive at Cyber Capital, 3 of the most decentralized digital assets now available are Dogecoin, Doge, and Shiba Inu, all of which are meme tokens with a doc theme. The chief investment officer, Justin Bonds, informs his Twitter followers that Doge and SHIB are 2 of the 32 supposedly decentralized cryptocurrencies among the top 50. There are only 32 truly decentralized cryptocurrencies out of the 50 most popular ones. Despite the fact that decentralization is not a fixed concept but rather a spectrum, we can still answer yes or no. Always bear in mind that the truth as it stands in theory may not always hold water in reality. After a strong start to the new year, the price of Shiba Inu is beginning to cool down. With the 60% increase in the value of digital doc coins since January 1st, the Shiba Inu price has forged a new narrative for itself. If you believe whale stats, the top Ethereum whale's usage of Shiba Inu smart contracts and tokens is unparalleled. The Shibarium beta launch has sparked a great deal of interest in Shiba Inu. According to Shiba Inu's principal developer Satoshi Kusama, Valentine's Day is a possible launch date for Shibarium. Although they have bought Shiba Inu in the midst of the Shibarium debut, whales are selling SHIB till December. The top Ethereum whales have bought more Shiba Inu smart contracts than any other smart contract in the last 24 hours. The price of SHIB has risen 2% in the past 24 hours, trading at 0.00124 hours. The introduction of Shibarium has the potential to pique more people's interest in Shiba Inu. Higher speed, more scalability, and reduced transaction costs are just a few of the exciting new features of the next Layer 2 blockchains. Additionally, Shibarium may allow for the burning of billions of tokens. Like any other product, cryptocurrency is subject to the rules of supply and demand. An increase in price is possible if demand remains constant and the supply of SHIB tokens is drastically reduced. Finbold reports that SHIB remained popular last year as it was the 3rd most viewed cryptocurrency. Nonetheless, the reason behind Binance's decision to delete the coin remains unknown. According to several accounts, Shiba's poor liquidity is the reason behind it. Regardless, Binance is still quite concerned about other matters. There was a surge in concern over the exchange's viability when it withdrew from a last-minute deal to rescue FTX. Regardless, Binance announced a large-scale employment drive, which means that they are dedicated to expanding the business, despite the fact that this is causing some controversy among investors. The day came to an end with that. To view our most recent videos, please subscribe, share, and give us a thumbs up.